The amount of questions we receive about opening bank accounts is astounding, but this is for a good reason. I myself personally hold 10 plus bank accounts in different countries around the globe, and I truly believe that as a global citizen, you need to be diversified in your banking options. By no means do you want one or even 2 or 3 countries laying claims to all the money and investments that you own. In today's video, we're going to be diving into the best countries in Latin America specifically for opening a non-resident bank account. Now, of course, once you become a resident in almost every country, you will then be able to open a bank account. They may ask for additional documentation, such as a taxpayer ID, local address, utility bill. These are all very common pieces of additional documentation that we see when working with clients. However, getting started opening a bank account does not always require being a resident. Famously, Latin America is known for having some countries that are very straightforward to open bank accounts with. So in this video, I'm going to dive into what 3 of those countries look like. And if you are interested in obtaining an additional bank account, even if you are a non-resident of that country, this is absolutely possible. And I would highly recommend one of these 3 countries, which we have seen great success in terms of opening rates in. So let's dive into the first country, and this country is known as the Switzerland of Latin America. This country is Uruguay. Now, Uruguay has the most stable banking system in all of Latin America, and for a good reason. Non-residents can open a bank account in Uruguay. However, the issue with non-resident bank accounts is that at a certain threshold, and this threshold depends on the bank, but also depends on the country, you're going to start getting asked specific AML questions. So with this in mind, I highly recommend if you hold residency anywhere to open a bank account in that country, but Uruguay is a great option to start out as a non-resident bank account. However, we do assist with the Uruguay residency application, which is quite straightforward in terms of what they are looking for when qualifying. However, Uruguay is a great option and a safe option for your money for non-resident bank accounts. Now, you do need certain pieces of documentation when you're going to be applying for the bank account, and in most countries, standard documentation includes proof of the funds, so a tax return, bank statements, as well as various different identification documents. Now, we do assist with this process, and I highly recommend having a contact at the bank, which we can certainly help with in order to open the account, because for expats, for non-residents, a lot of bankers are not familiar with this process. And so the answer will just be a no, not possible, when in fact, this is not the case. The problem that I see with opening an Uruguay bank account for most of our clients is that you will physically need to travel to Uruguay for the first part of the process. There is no way to open a remote bank account in Uruguay unless it's a potential fintech bank, although I wouldn't recommend having all of your funds in one country in a fintech bank. So if you're looking for a true bank on the ground, an established financial institution, we can help with that. However, you will need to be in the country for the first part of the process. So our team at the bank will need to physically see you and your documentation and verify that you are the owner of this documentation and you will be the account owner. While this is not ideal for everyone, if you don't have any plans of traveling to Uruguay in the near future, if you do, reach out to us and we're happy to assist you. Now, one important piece of the puzzle with banking in Uruguay is the price of the bank account. Now, for just a standard banking account, you're going to be looking at around 40 USD per month. And so that is quite a bit higher than what you may be used to paying in Canada or America for a checking account. However, again, if you're looking for diversification options, then this is a great option if you're planning to travel to Uruguay at some point in the near future, and we will help you to get the documentation that you will need for the account opening prepared and confirm that it is all correct before your arrival to Uruguay. So if you're not traveling to Uruguay anytime soon, you do still have some other options. The next option I'm going to discuss is a bank account in Panama. Panama is famously known for being very friendly with non-residents. You can open a company in Panama as a non-resident, and of course, you can also hold both a personal and corporate bank account in Panama as a non-resident. Depending on the type of bank account that you're seeking in Panama, you do have various different options in terms of opening a bank account at which institution. Now, there are some crypto-friendly banks in Panama which we can assist with opening, but there are also some non-crypto-friendly banks, more traditional banks. And I would recommend these options for different types of people. Of course, if you are heavily invested in crypto, if you're looking to cash out your crypto or potentially to on-ramp your crypto to an exchange, then a crypto-friendly bank may be possible. However, it's important to keep in mind that since this bank is well known in other countries as a crypto-friendly bank, once you cash out your crypto and you have the funds in that account, it may be more difficult for you to transfer the funds from the crypto-friendly account to another bank account, especially in a different country. So with this being said, a traditional fiat account may be best for you, or it may be best to open both accounts and have the diversification of a crypto and fiat friendly account in one, and then also a solely fiat friendly account. We do work with private bankers in various different institutes in Panama for both personal and corporate account openings. And it's worth noting that a corporate bank account for Panama does not mean that the corporation needs to be registered in Panama. You can still have a non-Panamanian corporation having a corporate bank account in Panama. This is absolutely a possibility, and we will walk you through the process and the documentation that is needed in order to get this set up for your business. While we're on the topic of Panama, we have had a lot of interest in the new qualification for the Friendly Nations visa. So if you are interested in getting residency and tax residency in Panama without a $300,000 real estate investment, which was previously the only way to obtain residency and or tax residency in Panama, we now have a much more affordable option under $20,000 US for one single applicant. And there are various different ways that you could qualify for this process under the Friendly Nations visa. So if you are interested in taking advantage of this offer while it's still on the table and to obtain residency and tax residency in Panama while spending almost no days there each year, reach out to us. We have had an influx of applicants for this program specifically because it is just too good to be true. So we're moving on to the last destination in Latin America, and that is going to be Costa Rica. Now, Costa Rica is a great option if you're looking to open a personal bank account in the country. Again, since you are not a resident, you will be subject to lower monthly fees of transactions either going out of the account or money coming into the account, simply because you're a non-resident there, and AML policies are quite a bit stricter in all countries for non-residents. So if you're looking to keep a few $1,000s in that account, move it around maximum a few times a month, then Costa Rica is a great diversification option for you to hold some funds in. And again, once you become a resident in Costa Rica, which we can absolutely help with if you're interested in living in this beautiful country, then you will have higher limits to the account. So there you have it, the three most popular non-resident bank account options in Latin America. Latin America is an up-and-coming hotspot for easily obtaining residencies, citizenships, and bank accounts. And if you are interested in learning more about what this option could look like for you, if you have various different countries in mind and you're unsure which country is going to be the winner for your diversification, feel free to book a call below and we can dive deep into your specific situation and what that looks like for you so that we can help establish the countries that are going to look best on your diversification journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel where we're constantly coming out with new content about global citizen lifestyle and living. So if you're interested in diversifying your lifestyle, hit subscribe and we'll see you in the next video.